So here we are coming into this gracious space. We think about ourselves moving in this life, showing up and being here. And we truly are on purpose, on time. We would not be here at this time, in this way, in this mind, body, if it was not intended and if we were not on purpose. There is nothing random in the divine orchestration. And we are part of this beautiful unfolding. So right here where we are now, rest into the space. Thank your being, this human self, for having the courage to stand in this life and to stand up for life. There is so much now that we are not willing to play in ever again. And all this information that has come towards our form through all eons of time, through all human experiences, these now we know. We know so deeply and so certainly what it is that we will never do again. And hold that awareness within you. Every little moment in your life where you have felt that certainty, where you felt the anger, the resentment, the rejection, the fury, when you felt the sadness and the grief and the longing, every single moment when you have felt something has been an indicator that has been asking you to process it. But so often we just say, that's the way I am, I'm too emotional, or too this or too that, and people tell us that. And it's not the truth. Every single connection, every single tiny, minuscule awareness is on time, is a signal, is giving us an opportunity to reach some kind of information. But when we suppress our own energy, we tell ourselves not to be so dramatic, don't make such a big thing of it, we are really suppressing energy into our body, denying ourselves. In that energy we are self-persecuting, self-betraying. And if we could step into a new place now and agree that this mind, this body and this beautiful being that is here is simply an interface. It is a means through which we can receive and give information. It gives us the opportunity as we connect with others to see through their lives what it is that they are connecting with or colliding with. And in them doing that, if we pay attention, we will understand something, which is such an act of grace and kindness, because when someone commits to being in a place of pain, it is not just for them, it is for all existence, for all those who would see. Those who will see, and those who will hear, and those who are willing to see and willing to hear the pain, acknowledge it and hold it with grace and love. We are helping to release and relieve a lot of that pain for the one who is holding it. But what we rather do is we condemn and shame and blame and guilt trip the one who is holding that extreme behavior or feeling or emotion. And then that dear soul that feels it so deeply just has to suppress it in their own self. So layers upon layers of contamination have been suppressed into our being through eons of time. Secrets that have been held, stories that have been passed on, doctrine, dogma, belief systems. All of the suppression of the human story is locked up in our human vessel. And we are here now, at this time, in this place, in this way, to bring immense healing to that story. We could make this really easy for ourselves if we are willing to see the pain in and around us. But we're not. We don't like it. We push it away. We hide away from it in the fear that it might be contagious in some way. So ridiculous. For every nuance and every point of pain that you have been willing to hold, if I can see you and honor you and love you in them, but if I can see what it is and ask my own being, what of this story resonates with me? What of this is known to me as well? If I can connect the dots of that story and my story, and I can allow the revelation that came through someone else to be my revelation, my awakening, and I'm willing to heal this in me, the pain, the poverty, the despair, the anger, the hate, the rage, the fury, the disgust, if I'm willing to heal that in me, then that energy opens up into the field and connects with those vibrations of every other soul that is holding that vibration too. Can you imagine how quickly we can relay healing if we would only see and then bring it back to our own being and remember who we are? We are divine beings of light and love. We are healers through time, and we are here observing and connecting and reminding ourselves what it is that we're here to do. There is something that is unfolding, and we are being asked to pay attention. Pay attention now to not just what's happening in your own mind, body, being, but what is happening around us. How are we doing? How are we doing as a species? Look at the points of pain. And instead of feeling the sense of delight, or at least I'm not there suffering that, but we are. We are intricately connected on these threads of energy, like threads in a spider web, the matrix that binds us all together, the mycelium that holds the energy in this network. Your pain is mine, your delight is mine, your suffering is mine, your healing is mine. And then we take it the other way. My healing is yours. My delight is yours. My love is yours. Because you are me and I am you. If we could get to this point in our human experience, we will change absolutely everything. So take a deep breath into that, my lovely. And feel the breath of air bringing itself into your being. It's a soft, healing, soothing balm of light and love, with the intention to bring deep, profound healing to the mortal form that holds us. And as we see this breath of life pouring into us, see the divine light pouring in through your crown. A light that is so powerful that it penetrates into every bone, nerve, tissue, every cell, every mitochondria, every atom, every telomere of your being. See yourself now being bathed in the light that you are breathing in, welcoming in, that is pouring into you like a shower of light. And be willing to receive this, to be bathed, cleansed and cleared in every single part of your being, so that we can be crystal clear, holding no more residue, no more stories, no more pain, no more history, that we can in this moment recognize, honor, and connect to everything that has been known through all time. It is such a deep sadness for this human species. We have taken so long to get this message. There has been immense suffering because we have not been willing to get it. We have run away from the ideas of discomfort. We have rather blamed and shamed and persecuted those who were in that because it made us feel uncomfortable. It made us feel terrified and uncertain. So we defend around our energy and deflect, deny and distract and detach and destroy, so that that which the other is holding and showing us does not come our way. And in that we wound ourselves. We suppress our energy. We lock ourselves up in these tight places, believing that we are safe because we are locked in. And the box is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And we are choking to death in them. And all the while, we've missed the message. This pain that I'm seeing, the suffering that I'm noticing in the other, their heartache and their longing, their grief, it is mine. They are doing something in that space, extreme suffering, so that I can see it and register it, notice it, acknowledge it, and be willing to stand here and look at it even though it's so painful and so terrifying. Could I stand here and look at the pain upon the other and thank them for doing that so that I don't have to? Then their life and their journey and their expression is of worth because I saw the worthiness of it. I value them for being in it. I see it. I don't need to hold it in my awareness, in my mind or body, because someone else has given me that gift. There, by the grace of God, go I. I see them, I acknowledge them, but most of all, I see the pain that they are holding so I don't have to. There is so much pain in this world now. If we could all just stop and stand still and see it, and remember who we are in this. We are not separate. We are not better off. We are not more special. We're not even lucky. We have been gifted with the space and the place that we're in right now that has a little bit more ease perhaps around it, so that we can do something else with our awareness of these signals. Not distract, detach, or hide away from them. The world right now is resonating terribly in the conflict, the duality. There has never been a time when humanity has been bombarded on so many levels because of our technology. We cannot miss it now. We cannot pretend it's far away from us and it doesn't exist. Because we are so much more interconnected because of our technology, we are so much more interconnected. Our systems are wired into all the conflict that is happening in the world right now, all the pain and all the despair. It is no wonder we are suffering terribly. But if we can see the value The massive contrast reveals contrast. It reveals our ability to choose something else, shakes us to the place of absolute certainty. This I will never do again. This I will never choose again. See yourself standing now in your life, connected with the myriads of threads to all life, to all knowing through all time. That we can have the Christ consciousness, awakened ones, just a moment of that. Stand in the light of all that is, and open your eyes and your heart and your soul, and see yourself standing in a moment of time, the very breath of the divine. I stand here with all my heart and soul. I ask now that in seeing and acknowledging all that has been and all that is unfolding around me, that is of a pain signal, of suffering and survival and despair, that I can simply stand here and hold that awareness in my own being and the longing of my heart for this peace and grace, harmony and gentleness, light and love. There is another code, and we have not been able to speak it yet. We have been trying to, but we have been so bombarded by all the information, and we've felt very alone and weak. But when we remember that we are interconnected to each other, we know we are not alone and we're not weak. We are powerful beyond. And if we can use the information and pull it along those threads of awareness from all lives into our own awareness and value that knowledge, there is something we have to get. Let's get it now, so that the suffering that is going on need not be at the length and the depth that it is at this moment. We are setting up the drama and the terrible pain because we are only willing to see when it's awful beyond words, and then we'll say, oh my gosh, that's terrible. But all the while, through all time, there have been gentle tap-taps upon our awareness, whispers in our soul. But we've been playing the game of suppression and rejection, denial and distraction, greed and anger. We stop now. And when we stop holding our attachment to the depth of the drama and the pain that helps us to see and become horrified enough to notice it. We release that setup. Feel you can do that now. Release every single soul from this commitment to play it out in its extremes so that we will see. Ask your being, your higher self, to see, to feel, to know from your higher awareness. Bring your light of integrity, the divine breath, into your being, and imagine that you can start to wash away all the pain. Imagine you in the shower of light and you're just letting it pour through you. I'm willing to know how desperate it was, so that we never need to go to this length and depth of desperation to see, to know. As we release the massive impacts of horror and pain and conflict, terror, sadness, we just let it pour out of us. this system lets go of all its holding tightness. We open up all those spaces that have been locked up in fear. Going into a dark room, pulling open the curtains, the blinds, the windows, let the light come in. Let the light come in. And see the light coming into you now. I hold this moment for all life, for all pain, all suffering, for every girl, child, and every woman, for every boy, child, and every man, for every creature that has suffered in the hands of humanity, for every plant and the beautiful earth, the water and the air, the rocks and the mountains, and all that is. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. We thank Gaia for holding us and holding us and holding us, and putting up with all our treachery and abuse and the bombs and the hideousness. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And we find ourselves reconnecting with our divine, with all that is, and the beautiful earth that is holding us, so that we can anchor in the expression that we are holding now. Gratitude, love, grace, forgiveness, kindness, compassion. See yourself locking it in. With all my heart and with all my soul, I stand here in the mightiest time of all life, with the integrity of all that is, flowing in me and through me, clearing me. I receive absolute healing, mind, body and being. I open up every space that has been locked up and oppressed. I release all ancient vows, oaths, curses, promises, agreements. I stand in the mighty delight, divine light that I am. With all my heart, with all my soul, I hold an energy here that is so clear and so beautiful, so profound. And the deeper we are willing to go into this, the deeper we can heal. Nothing to do. No performance, no story. Just holding yourself like a portal of light. Feel it moving all the way through your body, down to the soles of your feet, anchoring into the earth, pouring this liquid light and love, healing deeper and deeper into this earth. I am so sorry I did not see. I am so sorry for the pain that I have increased because I was unwilling to see. I ask now that the awareness of my intuition, subtle knowing, guided connections of awareness, my heightened perceptions, intuition, insight, mental telepathy, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, remote viewing, these are just the beginning. The ability to see and expand, to hold, and to pick up the subtle nuances. I'm so grateful when I can pick them up, because that means I can work with that energy right here in my being in the most divine way. And the gift here at the thyroid, at the throat, is at the moment we agree to do this other work, to hold ourselves in a different way, we are held in a different way. We are given the healing and the wellness so that we can continue to be here and hold the space open for as long as we can. We are the transmitters and the receivers of energy. If we are willing to pick up the subtle nuance, the whispered note, and work with that immediately through our own being, not allowing it to amplify into a great distortion that is almost impossible to heal. Not allowing it to get to the raging conflict that it has become. We set that up because we would not see. Let us release every single game, every setup, every orchestration that humanity has contrived to play out the signals of pain. Imagine them just withering away like mist as the sun rises, withering away. All the stories, all the attachments, all the drama, clearing the stage, letting go of all the props, the settings, clearing the energy. And we make an oath to ourselves that whenever a discomfort comes, thanking our ability to pick it up when it's a tiny little discomfort, a small nudge in us, and not to do anything with the other in it, but to clear it as an energy that we know as well. And of course we can do that because we wouldn't have reacted in that signal if we do not know it in some way that relates. As long as we know it in some way, we can feel it, we can heal it. And thank your being for being able to do this. It is the quietest, gentlest work we will ever do. No one will even know, except that the energy field becomes healthy and well, and so do we. And we start to activate the enormous gift that we were given, the heart and the magnetic field with all its longing and yearning, pulling towards us what our hearts desire. Desire a lot, abundance, flow, health, wellness. Desire it with all your heart. Amplify your heart. See yourself well and laughing and moving in this world, flourishing, the earth flourishing, life flourishing, grace, kindness, every heart and every soul cleaned and clear. What a place this would be. We know this already. We come from a higher dimension, we know this already. We want to plant that energy here. That's why we're here. And then the other gift that was given to us is the free will. The activation of our free will is the most sovereign gift. Nothing and no one can take your free will away. No matter where we find ourselves, no matter what is unfolding around us, our free will is our own sovereign, divine, unique gift. And we can choose who we are in that moment, how we will be in that moment. We hold the sovereign gift of the free will, and when we activate it, we open the throat, open the thyroid, like butterfly wings opening into the sunlight, transmitting all those signals, colors, patterns, those tiny little pixelations of color and light, the design, the divine design. We release that into the world. That is the throat energy. And the throat and the thyroid, the activation of the free will, is the communication means that we will move into now. And once we've cleared it and opened it and fully activated it, we are able to signal to each other in the most profound way. We do not speak with words. We connect with the throat and the heart and the soul. May this truly bless you, my lovely. We thank our guides for holding us so gently in this space, helping us to remember who we are. And we hold our heart open to the fullest expression of this life, this mind, body and being, reconnecting now in a way that is so profound, clear, flowing, abundant, delightful, filled with a divine light, delightful. I open my heart and I see myself again. With all my heart and all my soul, I stand in the truth of who I am. I reconnect to my divine and sacred agreement. The chapter that I have been moving in was so that I would know. We stand here right now, here, ready to turn the page and start a new story. And in this we get an opportunity to redesign our divine and sacred agreement. This is the first time we will be doing it while we are still in our life and in our form. And we are doing it because of our history, because of the human suffering and struggle, and the code of survival. We are fully activated in our heart and our soul. We are opening up our free will, and we are deciding what it is that we would carry forward as a legacy. What would we be willing to hold that would become that legacy? Unfold through us, glow and grow through us, like a ripple opening in a pond. What would that be? What would I do with the energy that I'm still holding to amplify life, all life, life to come? What imprint would I leave here now in this being? Feel the absolute and the certainty of that, my love. and the willingness to continue to play in this life. The gift that we give to ourselves to come into a life that is in our truth, in alignment with who we are, to express and feel and play in this beautiful Gaia, to breathe the air that is pure and clear, vibrant and light, life-filled, and to eat the food that is refreshed and cleared and cleansed, the sacred geometry restored into every single cell, every life note. Imagine us playing in that world, and we recreate it now. I bring to me the clarity that I am willing to express through my being, the fullest activation of my thyroid, my free will, and what it is that I would choose moving forward from this moment forward. What would I choose if I knew? How would I express my life? We feel this beautiful connection, and may this heal you in absolutely every cell of your being. I thank this body for giving me all the reminders that I have had along the way. I'm sorry I have left them, ignored them, repressed them, or not seen or valued them. I apologize to my beautiful body that I've had to ask it to talk loudly to me so that I would hear. I make a commitment to my mind, body and being now to tune in to my subtle intuition and awareness, to recode my ability to receive. And when I get a gentle whispering, a gentle note, I hear it with my heart and my soul, and I find a way to connect with it that is in my line, my integrity, my truth, so that I can heal it for me, for those I know and love and connected to, and then as the ripple opens, heal it into all life. The light of the divine pours into me. I hold the truth, the light, and I allow it to shine away for me, that I can move along a pathway that is illuminated, that my heart pulls me towards, that I can express my life in such a powerful and beautiful way, with grace and love and compassion. And to all those who shared my life, through all time, I send to you love, grace, kindness, forgiveness, and I ask for forgiveness. And I radiate it back into the universe, into all that is. Grace, kindness, forgiveness, gratitude. I love you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We speak these beautiful words of Ho'oponopono into our being and ask for the song of that to resound in every cell of our being, a constant note reverberating in this being, cleansing, healing, clearing in every single moment. I stand in this life strong, powerful, here, connected to all that is, breathing gently into this mind, body and being. May love, grace, kindness bring soothing to this beautiful mind, body, being. As we reconnect, see the selenite energy frequency now flowing through your system, your whole being, and begin to create an incredible energy vortex around you, your part of light and love. A beautiful space through which you can observe life. Little distance around you that is the energy of grace, so that you can see and know and observe and witness, so that you can pay attention to bring your intentions of love and healing towards it. A beautiful little space that we hold with grace and kindness. Receive this energy now, the anointing of your soul, cleared and cleansed, divine light in you, through you and around you, healed and well. We thank this beautiful being, this beautiful butterfly, to be free and clear. I accept all healing into my being so that I can transmit that healing energy to others. How wonderful it is for us to do this act of grace, great kindness. We take some gentle breaths into this being and slowly allow yourself to come back to this time and place, this energy field, this reality. Become aware of your mind and your body and your beautiful being. And we think of all the people we know and love, and we send them this beaming, unconditional love. Beautiful you.